bookworms, my name is Helia and welcome to my channel. I am so excited to do my TBR game again. If you haven't seen my first video about this, I basically created this TBR game called Roll for TBR, which is inspired by Roll for Sandwich. The rules are pretty simple, but I will link last month's video in the description below. I explained the rules more thoroughly in there, but honestly it is pretty simple. Basically, I just roll some dice and those rolls determine the prompts for the books that I'm going to pick for this month. I'm going with 5 books per month, and the punishment if I don't complete all 5 of those books is to just add a 6th roll to the next TBR. Here is my pile for August's TBR. So for the digital books, there was Tarnished Are the Stars, which was for a book with night themes, and I did read that one. Then there was A Tempest of Emerald Dream, which was for title beginning with S, T, U, or V, and I did read that one. Then we had Haikyuu, which was for Haikyuu. And if you're new here, basically Haikyuu is one of the prompts I can get because I've been wanting to read this series for a long time. So that's why it's its own category, so that I can force myself to actually finish the series. Then we have Cinder, which was for a recent purchase. I read that one as well. Oh yeah, did I say I read Haikyuu? I forgot if I said that already. And then we have Heaven Official's Blessing, Volume 3 for Element on the cover. And I did read that one as well. So you heard it right, folks. I finished my first TBR for my TBR game, which means that we are doing 5 rolls this month instead of 6. Without further ado, let's get started on to roll number 1. Now, for roll number 1 for September. And I apologize if occasionally you'll hear some background noise during this clip, because my mice are currently loving their wheel and it makes a little bit of noise. So if you hear something weird, then that's probably it. But yes, let's start with a D6. Ooh, a 6. Oh, Haikyuu again! And we got Haikyuu. So Haikyuu Volume 3 is the next one. Last month, the first roll that I got was Haikyuu. So the fact that it was the first roll this month as well is kind of funny. Maybe this is a new tradition. First roll always gotta be Haikyuu. Okay, roll number 2. Another 6! Oh my goodness! Okay, I guess I'm reading another Haikyuu volume. Haikyuu again! This TBR game really wants me to finish this series. Which, I mean, I can't be too mad at getting manga on my TBR, since at least it's short, but I want just like a tiny bit of variety maybe? Roll number 3. Let's hope for something other than Haikyuu, please. 5. Okay, at least it's not a 6. Okay, 5 is a prompt challenge. Let me move that back. So a D20 for my prompt. A 13. A POC author. Nice. Okay, an actual prompt this time. And it was a POC author, and I am going to read Legend Born by Tracy Dion. I have just heard amazing things about this, and it is a crime that I haven't read this already, so I am finally reading it. I believe this is a YA fantasy, and it has like the chosen one trope or whatever. There's something about a prophecy in there, I believe. And I think it also has to do something with academia and stuff. Even though I'm saying like, oh, I've heard amazing things about this, I don't remember the synopsis because I am horrible at remembering things. So like, I've heard great things about this book. Do I remember what they are? Not precisely, but I remember that they were great, so that counts for something. Please, does anyone else struggle with this, or is this just an ADHD thing? Let me know. Okay, roll number 4. A 2. Alphabet challenge. So we roll a D8. A 5. M and O. Alright, a title that starts with M, N, or O. I am going with A Marvelous Light. And this is a historical, I believe it's like magical realism. I know that it has a queer romance between 2 men, but I have no clue if the romance is like the main point of it or if it's like a side plot. All I know about this is that it's historical, it's gay, and it's got some hints of magic. And roll number 5, the last roll. Oop. We got another 2. So alphabet challenge again, and we got a 6, so PQR. We got the alphabet challenge again. Looks like the TBR game does not like variety this month. At least it landed on different letters. I am going with Rebel Witch, which starts with an R, and this is a non-fiction meant for like beginner witches. I've been interested in witchcraft and tarot and all of that for a while now. This has some info about like modern witches and how to make witchcraft something that's a part of your identity and not all these like stereotypical really old-fashioned things that you hear. It's basically just to help you bring witchcraft and magic into your like day-to-day life, and I'm pretty excited to read it. Here is my stack for this month. I didn't end up getting any ebooks or audiobooks for this, which usually I do like to have some variety in there, but seeing as this isn't too bad, I'm probably going to read some extra things as well. You might be wondering, Hilya, you're done with your TBR game. Why is the video not over yet? That is because I am going to talk you through some of the other books that I'm reading in September as well. So in September, I am participating in the Adventurerathon by Kirsty. This is a readathon where there's a few different paths that you can choose from, and I'm going to go with the seer path, which kind of ties into the whole witchcraft element because this is all about like tarot and reading the future and divination and all of that kind of stuff, which is my jam. So for this path, there is 4 books that you are required to read. For your tools, you have the option of astrology or crystals, and basically you just have to read one of these 2. You can read both if you want, but you are only required to read one. Same for the skills. There's 3 different options, but only one is required. For the starting and final quests, there's only one prompt, so you have to read those 2. So I'm just gonna go over the 4 books that I've chosen for this readathon. For my tools, I'm choosing astrology, and the prompt is stars on the cover. And the book I'm picking for that is Rebel Witch. There's all these like little tiny shimmer stars in there. And this book honestly fits really well with the seer path anyway, so perfect. Then for my skills, I am going with runes, and the prompt is historical setting. And I am going with a marvelous light. And the prompt for the starting quest is fortune tellers, and I'm going with all our hidden gifts. This has like tarot and all of that, so I'm really intrigued to read this one as well. And the final quest is a book featuring a prophecy, and as I mentioned before, Legendborn has some sort of prophecy element. I didn't want to dig too deep into it in case there's some spoiler territory, but I did sort of see offhandedly that this has something to do with prophecies or chosen one or something, so it fits. And there you have it, folks. This is my complete September TBR stack, both for my TBR game and for the Adventurerathon. Feel free to let me know about your September reading plans, if there's any readathons that you're participating in, or just let me know if you're excited for the fall. I myself love fall. I love the cozy vibes. I'm someone who gets hot and sweaty really easily, so the fact that I'm not gonna be sweating up a storm in my apartment every day is something I'm really excited about. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up, and I hope to see you again very soon.